Teachers, they have tough jobs. It's a long day. They work hard. They're dealing with a lot of things inside and outside of their classroom. I look at my job as an administrator and is really to try and make their job easier. I've seen so many times when a student teacher has come in and bonded, with 2 or 3 kids that maybe no one else had bonded with. So I look at it as value added. When you get to add another person to your school that has a passion for teaching and working with kids, even if it was only a short time of being here, they made a difference. It's a win-win in my opinion.
I definitely felt like I had a lot of support signing up, and then through every semester that I've been a cooperating teacher, I have had the support that I needed to keep doing it. It made it very easy, and it made it very fun and exciting. And there is a huge benefit to it, both in prepping good teachers for the world, or also just immediately in the classroom.
Mentoring a student teacher offers a chance for you to be more reflective of your own practice. They bring new ideas into your classroom. You get to see them teach often with your students that you know so well. So in mentoring someone else, I'm constantly thinking about the way I do things in my classroom and reflecting on that and how I could get better. This is work that we need good people, and we want to help build those people up and encourage them to do great things with kids.
Once the student teacher gets embedded in the classroom, we ask them to do a lot, and they're very helpful, and it's very helpful for the whole building. And to have them come down to our PLC meetings, and they help provide information about students in a different perspective. We get the first preview of real life situation, and as an administrator, I pay attention to that stuff and oh, that person's got it. And you get that sneak peek.
One thing I've seen change pretty drastically in my career is the pool of teachers has definitely become smaller. Not as many people are going into education, so I really want to have a jump start on that pool and be able to look at the student teachers, because in my head I'm always thinking where they might fit in on our staff. If it's a good student teacher, if we don't have something, I will definitely help them. All students are important, so whether they end up at Washington or Mid-Prairie or Solon or Williamsburg, it doesn't really matter as long as they're a good person and they're working positively with kids.
We're all teaching because we like teaching, and hosting a reading practicum student is really just a different flavor of teaching. I'm still working with a student, and we're reflecting together on the things that we want to do, and I'm trying to think creatively about how to help them do what they want to be able to do. I think I've been really lucky to have a supervisor that I have a strong relationship with, to know that they're going to be able to support the student also, and it's not just on me. They could kind of lay out a goal sheet, and then what I needed to do was just figure out how to make sure that there was time in the schedule, and that I had thought pretty critically about which kindergarten students would match what the collegiate students were trying to do. My first priority is making sure that the students grow, and so you have to balance both so that everyone's getting what they need, and everyone gets a fun challenge in the middle of the year, and everyone's growing.
Still remember my student teaching experience, and I had amazing cooperative teachers. You need someone to lean on, you need someone to be vulnerable with, someone to ask questions, and I definitely had that, and I think that also motivated me to mentor other student teachers. It is a lot of work to take a student teacher, because you have to prepare things, you have to be organized, those kinds of pieces, but also your students benefit so much because there's 2 teachers in the classroom all the time. And how often do we have that opportunity to put more teachers in a classroom with students? And I think the more we can do that now, especially with class sizes and the challenging needs in our classrooms, it's even more beneficial. Also just seeing them grow throughout the 16 weeks as a teacher and build their confidence and see them become their own person and their own identity as a teacher is really fun.
It's hard, I think, to visualize that the trade-off for the amount of time that you commit to helping the practicum students is going to be beneficial when you would compare, I could be using all of this prep time to do the things I need to do for my students. But my experience is that it's always ended up paying off, and that my kids have gotten a lot more out of it than I've ended up putting in. I end up spending a lot of time at the beginning of the placement, really bringing the practicum students on board with the way that the classroom functions and the things that they need to do to be prepped for lessons. And then post that, I've only seen really remarkable work getting done by the practicum students in a way that extends the way that I'm thinking about the lessons, but also does end up saving me some time. So the balance is really nice, and it's had a huge effect on my students in my classrooms. And I like teaching students. So it's also just like, it's fun, which is maybe not the most important reason, but like another good reason to do it. It's just fun.